Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This is Gurmeet Kaur, and today I'm going to talk about this winter flowering plant. Hi guys, as winter is here, you can see how beautiful flowers are here. There are loads and flowers in winters, and this dianthus is one of them. So you can see how beautifully they started blooming, and this is flowering very beautiful. You can see I have this red color flower. I'm like willing to purchase some more. So this one was like I bought cutting from the nursery, and I have put it in this, and I'm also growing it through seeds. Let's see how it goes. As I told you, I was little late putting the seeds, but no worries, they're growing really nicely. Okay, so let's talk about dianthus, guys. Today I'm going to talk about all the things of dianthus, that is about soil, about the watering, and about the soil preparations. Okay, and about the fertilization, what kind of fertilizer I use in the dianthus. And you can see how I have got around 4 flowers, and one is 10 flower, and one is, you can also see the bud over here. See, so we are going to talk about all this, and I'll also tell you what kind of a potting this pot you can take for this one, how many inches and everything I can talk. So guys, coming to the soil mixture, so you can see this is a beautiful red in color, or you can say this red color. It is beautiful. So it will grow, guys. It will grow till the coming April. You can enjoy the blooms. April to May you can enjoy the blooms, then again it will start drying out. So this is its nature, guys. This is a seasonal plant. It is not a perennial plant, and after that we can collect the seeds of it. If I am trying to collect the seeds, I'll definitely show you. We can collect the seeds of it, and again we can start it again in the process again. Okay, so coming to the soil mixture, guys, what kind of a soil mixture you need to take. So you have to take a sandy soil mixture. This likes to go in a sandy soil mixture, guys. See, you can see here the soil mix. It is little sandy. It is I haven't added any coco peat in this. I have added the sand with vermicompost. So vermicompost, and I have also given it a little bit of mustard cake powder, and I have also given it a little bone meal. But when you are repotting it, you no need to add all those things, or else you can add it in a little quantity if you want. But when you are fertilizing, then you have to add it little more. Okay, we'll talk about fertilizer later. So coming to the soil mix, so add half of teaspoon. See, this is the container, guys. As you can see, this is around 6 inches to 7 inches container. So I'm not taking big containers because these roots are little small. You can also include one more plant here if you want. I haven't included because see, it is growing well. I need to buy some more, or else my plants they have reached to the repotting stage now, my seeds which have grown. So I may put one more in this container. So you can in this 6 inches pot also, as I am telling you, you can grow around 2 plants easily. See, and it will grow bushier, guys. You see, now this one is growing tall. If you allow it to grow tall, it will grow tall. So what you have to do, in order to make it bushy, you need to cut it from here. Whenever this, see, you can see there are multiple buds in a single plant. So when they will when these flowers they come down, after 2 to 3 days, they stay for around 3 to 4 days, guys, on the plant. See, this one is older flower, but it still looks beautiful. Again, these are the fresh flowers here, and this is little older, this one. So like that. So because of this, because the flower stays a little longer, so we can enjoy more number of blooms on a single plant. Okay, so what does this means? So you when it is growing bushier, it will cover the complete container sometimes. But you can also, as I told you, you can grow 2 colors. So there are multiple colors available in the market. You can just go and buy. So this comes in variety of colors, like in light pink we'll get it in white, we'll get it in little darker pinks, we'll get it in hot pink. There are multiple colors also in this, like white and pink you get it. So like that also you can enjoy the blooms. I really love this red one, so I bought this one. So this one will cover the container. So this is a like 6-inch container. So in this you can plant 2, and you can grow it bushier. Okay, so because of that, 40% of vermicompost, then again I have taken 20% of sand, and I have taken this garden soil, guys, garden soil, and again I have taken half of teaspoons of bone meal and mustard cake powder. So bone meal I don't recommend to add it in the earlier stages. You can add it later on when you repot. I don't suggest you to add, because sometimes the plant goes in shock adding bone meal. Okay, so you can just add vermicompost and the soil, then later on we can fertilize. Okay, so coming to the watering, guys, it doesn't require much of water. Everyday watering is not required to this plant. It is it doesn't store water, but it doesn't require water also. Okay, so this you can I live in Hyderabad, so I water it in every 3 to 4 days. I don't water it regularly, so you have to keep an eye on watering because it may rot. If it is in the soggy soil, you have to take a very very well drained soil. Okay, so you have to keep an eye on watering, guys. See, the fresh new leaves are coming. So this is a sign, guys, that your plant is growing really well. If it is a rot, then it might not grow well, it might droop, and it may get the yellow color leaves, and or else your plant might start drying out completely if you overwater it. It happened with one of the plant of my dianthus, not this year but last year it happened with me, and it shows the signs like this. See this one, you can see this one has dried because of there were no flowers and all. So the plant will become like this, complete plant will become like that, and there won't be any sign of growth. Okay, so that is you can understand that you are adding too much water to it. Okay, let the soil dry, at least half to 1 inch of soil you have to let it dry, then only you have to water the plant. Okay, guys, and next is a fertilization. Fertilization is like I add as I told you, I just add this mustard cake powder and bone meal to this every 15 days. See, as a result of a seasonal flowers, you have to take number of blooms from the single plant. So what you need to do, because it stays only for less time, so we have to add little fertilizer. We have to regularly fertilize the plant so that this blooming doesn't stop. Okay, so you have to add mustard cake powder and bone meal in every 15 days. We can add 1 teaspoon to the plant, 1 teaspoon of mustard cake powder, 1 teaspoon of bone meal. That comes into an organic fertilizer. If you come to a chemical fertilizer, you can add this NPK. I add NPK 19-19-19. You can also add NPK 20-20-20. You can just spray, put the 2 ml in 1 liter of water or 3 ml in 1 liter of water, and you can just spray it out to the plant. Okay, because of that. So that is about fertilizer, guys, and how to make this plant more bushier and to look more, to get more number of blooms without any seeds to this plant is, see, these are the seasonal plants. So what happens is, these seasonal plants, they'll just say for this season. So what you have to do, we have to take more number of blooms. Once they start producing the seeds, they will die. Okay, so we should stop that. So how to stop that? So what you need to do is, whenever you can see these flowers, see, this is a flower and this is a bud of it. So whenever you see the flower is spent, it will completely droop, guys. Once it is spent, once it is droop, you can just remove it from here. Sometimes you have 2 buds on a single flower, so you need to just take care of that and pinch. See, here I have done it. See if you can see here 1 more bud was there, I've just pinched it here. So you have to pinch it like that. Okay, you have to remove that. So in my plant you can see there is not even a single spent flower. I wanted to show you that, but I don't know how, somehow my video stopped, or else I don't know what happened. My video stopped. If not, I would have shown you how to remove the spent flowers. So with that you can make this plant bushier, and once the stem is cut, there will be 2 or more stems, as I've done it in my other videos also. You can just do it like that. With the 2 or more stems, you'll get number of branches. More number of branches mean more flowers. Okay guys, so you have to do that. You need to take care of that. And coming to the sunlight, Dianthus doesn't require whole day of sunlight, guys. If you are also putting it in 3 to 4 hours sunlight also, it will do good, and it is better for the plant. Actually, don't provide it the whole day of sunlight, because once you give this whole day of sunlight, these blooms, they won't last this long. They'll dry out quickly. So in order to make them stay for because this plant doesn't require sunlight, you don't need to give that much of sunlight. You can see we have enough number of blooms now on the plant. Okay, so tomorrow this one also will bloom. There will be 5. This will take 2 more days to droop. So like that will stay for long. So you have to make use of that and give it put it in some place where if you are getting, like in your balcony, some places, and some people they don't get enough sunlight, maybe they will get in 3 to 4 hours of sunlight. Give it that much of sunlight, that is fine for this plant. Don't give much of the sunlight on this plant, it will do very good. So you can keep it in the hanging baskets, you can keep it in your balcony area. Yeah, so this is it guys about Dianthus. So try to grow, and you can also propagate it through the cutting or through the seeds. As I told you, I'm already doing that. So through the cutting also you can just propagate it. You can just check a node area like this. You can just put this one in the soil, it will grow from there. But you have to take really good care of that. Like you have to first put it in the coco peat, let the roots come, then you have to put it in the soil. Don't put directly in the soil, because as I told you, this has tend to rot. So the stems, they rot. If you are putting it in the same pot, then what happens is whenever you are watering this plant, that the cutting which you have placed, it will also be get watered, but it doesn't have the roots, so that is why it might get rot. So you have to put it in a different container. You have to take care of that. Like you have to put it in a coco peat, only in coco peat and vermicompost. Let the roots grow, then you need to repot it into this container. Okay, so here I end my videos guys. If you like my video, please hit a like button, and please give a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel, and please share my videos with your friends, so that they can also learn how to grow these plants. If they have these plants, they can also love to grow these plants. And you too guys, you should grow the plants. These are the very beautiful plants. They'll give you nice oxygen. They are very good for health. It is not toxic at all, so it is good for children also. Children and pets. So don't worry, you can encourage your children to grow these kind of plants. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you like, please hit a like button. Thank you so much. Love you guys. See you in my next video, next winter flowering plants. Okay.